Once Human is a fantastic game. There are a few flaws, not many, but there are a few. Today, I'm going to walk you through a few of the things that I definitely missed my first time through and show you guys some real quick and easy catch-up mechanics if you are starting a scenario late. Welcome in, everybody. I am Heartcarver, the Lobster King, Army veteran, former Epic Games employee, the non-scripted YouTube guy who messes up most of his videos, and your gamer dad, here to give you a few more Once Human tips to get yourself going. Let's begin. Okay, so one of the very first things that you should do is once you get into the scenario and you kind of establish your little base and get yourself a little set up, hit J on the keyboard or go to the journey screen if you do not have a J button because you're using a controller. On this journey screen, there are a multitude of things down the left-hand side that adjust a little bit depending on the scenario you're in and the class you are playing. Those journeys often will show up on your main screen in the top left corner underneath like your quest log. And when you complete one of them, it'll say, hey, you completed a journey thing, hit J, and you go in here and you get like a little bit of XP and a few Starchrom things. Not a lot, but enough that it adds up over time, right? However, there are two other tabs on this screen that people kind of forget about. One is the scenario challenges, and two is the commissions. So let's start with the last one, the commissions. Commissions are an incredible way to level up. The way it works is a commission unlocks each week that the scenario is active. So if you join in week 3 of the scenario, that means you can run all 3 of the first commissions. You basically run the first one, then you can run the second one, and then you can run the third one. If you join week 1, you can only run the week 1 commissions until the next set unlocks, and there's going to be a timer on the screen that counts down, and then you run that and go to the next one. The reason I am telling you this is if you look in the bottom right corner of the screen where it shows the commissions, on the week 2 commission, I got 15,700 XP from completing that. That is a pretty good amount of XP, and it goes up each time. Doing your commissions is one of the quickest ways to level up. Absolutely worth doing. Don't forget those. You get some rewards out of it. Some of the Stellar Planula, which can be used to purchase different things from one of the vendors in the game. And of course, the experience is fantastic. The other thing that most people don't necessarily notice is the scenario challenges. There are 2 here. There is the first encounter and there is the perilous path. These give you the Mitsuko's marks. These are used to purchase things in the season shops. As you can see, the more of these that you earn, the more unlocks you get on the side over here, and these give you additional bonuses like some Starchrom crates, you get some avatar frames, and it changes a little bit depending on the scenario you're in. There's also the merge, and there's also the collect. So what you would like to do, hopefully, is work on knocking all of these out as you go. And to complete this, you're going to want to unlock all of them so you can get, the last couple things in the corner here. Under the merge section, there is different challenges, and under the collect section, there is different challenges. These are fairly straightforward, and you can look through them to see what you need to do. Now, most people will find that. However, if you hit escape, or if you go to this screen on the console, I apologize, I do not know off the top of my head the console buttons for this. On the upper side here, you have the name of your scenario. It'll tell you what phase it's in. If you click on that, it brings up this screen. Here are a few additional things that people often miss. 1, depending on your phase, as long as the phase things are completed, you will be able to click on these rewards and accept your rewards. That is a nice simple thing. You can get some pretty decent items out of that, like mods or things like that, depending on what the scenario is. And you can see if you click through all of them that there are, escalating rewards for it. The scenario challenges is what we just saw. The description obviously tells you about it. The marks explain to you that you get these marks for completing scenario goals. However, scenario honor. This is the one that most people completely miss. I didn't even know this thing existed. As you work your way through, you want to level up your scenario honor by completing the various tasks that are there. If you click the little arrow right here, it shows you scoring methods and what you have acquired. The important thing to note is that you can only receive scenario honor if you are doing it before the scenario is settled. Once the scenario completed, then you are unable to earn more honor for that scenario, and you will have to play through another time to try to increase it some more. I did not know most of this existed the first time I played, and when I played through without using commissions. It took me forever to level till I think like 25 or 30, and then I basically shot all the way up to 50 after that because of the commissions. Those are things that can get you moving much earlier and very quickly in the scenario, which might make your life significantly easier while playing. These are just a few little things I missed. I want to let you guys know that it exists, that it's there, and to help you guys get going on the playthroughs. Fantastic game. There's a few little areas I think that could use some improvement, but as a whole, it's a sincere blast, and I'm really looking forward to continuing through and seeing what else happens. So if these answered any questions, or if you have a specific guide that you are looking for, or something that you need some assistance with, either let me know in the comments, or send me a message on Discord, pop in the stream and ask. I'm happy to attempt to share the small bit of knowledge I have with everyone else. That's especially now that the game is kind of kicking off and people are joining. So I look forward to seeing you guys here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and as always, Lobster King.
There once was a king.